The story of the prophet Daniel is one of the most fascinating in the Old Testament. Daniel was born in Jerusalem in the 6th century BC during the reign of King Josiah. He was from a noble family and was well educated in the ways of his people, including their religious practices. When Daniel was a young man, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon invaded Judah and captured Jerusalem. Many of the Jews, including Daniel, were taken as captives to Babylon. In Babylon, Daniel was selected along with other young men of noble birth to be trained in the ways of the Babylonians. Despite being in a foreign land and surrounded by pagan practices, Daniel remained steadfast in his faith in God. He refused to eat the food and drink the wine provided by the Babylonians, choosing instead to eat only vegetables and drink only water. This was a bold move, as the food and wine were considered essential for physical and mental strength, and his refusal could have been seen as a sign of disrespect. Despite his defiance, Daniel and his friends emerged stronger and healthier than the other young men who had eaten the Babylonian food. This impressed their captors and allowed Daniel to gain favor with the Babylonian officials. As time passed, Daniel became known for his ability to interpret dreams and visions. He was summoned to interpret a dream that had troubled King Nebuchadnezzar, in which a great statue appeared. Daniel explained that the statue represented a succession of empires, culminating in the reign of the Messiah. This interpretation impressed Nebuchadnezzar, who praised Daniel and elevated him to a high position in his court. Daniel's faithfulness to God was tested again when King Darius the Mede, who had conquered Babylon, issued a decree forbidding anyone from praying to any deity other than himself for a period of 30 days. Daniel, who had been promoted to a high position in the court of Darius, continued to pray to God 3 times a day, as was his custom. When he was caught, he was thrown into a den of lions as punishment for breaking the decree. Despite the danger, God protected Daniel, and the lions did not harm him. Darius was impressed by this miracle and declared that the God of Daniel was the true God. Daniel continued to serve as an advisor to Darius and subsequent rulers, providing wisdom and counsel in matters of state. The story of Daniel's life serves as a powerful example of faithfulness and devotion to God in the face of adversity. Despite being taken as a captive to a foreign land and facing numerous trials and temptations, Daniel remained true to his beliefs and emerged as a respected and revered figure in his adopted home. His legacy continues to inspire millions around the world today, and his writings are still read and studied by scholars and believers alike.